I don't know if
It
I
is.
expected us to play this much, or if we were just like always gonna go this far. But it's been great so far, nonetheless.
It's 21 sessions, but it still feels like we're fairly at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
It does feel like that, doesn't it?
As
Yeah.
we are.
I think I've definitely paced this to be a longer campaign. Oh, okay. Streams on, where's the music? Okay, right. So, Scup, I don't think you're in the client yet.
Right.
Last we left off, the Wayward Wanderers are killing time waiting for their arena match. They decided to take up the opportunity to go to the Adventurers Guild and find whatever commissions were about and what things they could occupy their time with while they waited for the inevitable showdown with the troubadours. There were two quests in the two commissions in the Adventurers Guild, one of which was a message from a citizen in the Uppers who said that he was fed up with the vandalization of the city statues and that the city guard had been no good so far, and that he had vital information to share with whoever he would be willing to pay to investigate this and bring the individual to justice. After Cedric... Sorry, no. The other commission was Gary? Was it Gary or Barry? Fuck, was it Gary or Barry?
It's I think Gary is the
Barry, no, Barry made the commission. Barry from...
yes, Gary is the uncle of the Cufflink. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking hell.
Barry of the Jewel of Half-Third put a commission that he needed an extra pair of hands down at his inn, and that he would tell the person what he needs upon arrival. Your groups split into two, with Zinni and Andros heading down to the Scrounge, and Anxi, Baylor, and Cedric heading to the Uppers, not before one of the most hectic journeys to the Merchants Guild, which was a lot. I'm sure considerably overwhelming for all those who were involved, but ended with Baylor getting the diamonds that he needed, after having to probably shout for the first time in quite a while.
Was that shouting?
I mean, best he can manage.
Bader talking a bit more loudly. Yeah.
Yeah, just slightly louder than normal. Zinni and Andros, before making their way down to the Scrounge, went and visited the site of a destitute and dilapidated church created by someone who came to the island with the intention of spreading his faith. His zealotry, as far as accounts go, were unbound and would always talk very highly to anyone who would listen, though no one ever really did. Upon speaking to one of the residents who was around when the church was being made, you get the feeling that even though this individual spoke to the gentleman a lot, no one ever took on board anything to do with the religion. No one ever probably came and prayed at it, and you were informed that after a significant amount of time, the individual who made the church went mad, burned and beat the place down, and ended his life by slashing his throat with a jagged piece of wood in the very front door of the church. Since then, nobody has been around to restore or take care of it, so it's just remained a rubbled mess on the lower end of the city. Upon examining the ruins, Zinni did find maybe some iconography to do with the religion itself, only that whatever image it might have been was of some tree roots. Whether they can figure out what that means is down to them. They then went to the Twins, two pubs owned by two twins on either side of the main road.
This is the dumbest shit ever, but yeah.
Upon hearing out what Barry had to say, they became aware that the twins did not get along very well, and in fact they had likely been feuding for decades. Barry stated that they had been in somewhat of a prank war for quite a while, and that he finally wanted to get his back on his brother. In doing so, he wanted to pay Zinni and Andros 40 gold to climb to the top of his brother's inn and shit down the chimney. Zinni, being curious, wanted to know if the brother really was the cunt that Barry made him out to be, and so went into Hafted's Finest, the inn on the other side. Upon entering, she realised, oh, these inns are basically identical, apart from two slight different coloured things, different coloured like accents in the rooms. The brothers, being twins, looked very similar. Apparently, both of them had now married each other's ex-wives, and both residents of the pubs would swear down that the pub they went to was better, and that they did not understand when anyone went to the shithole that was the other identical pub. After chatting with Gary a bit, he, realising that these two were not necessarily from the town, offered them a discreet job to climb onto his brother's building and piss down the chimney. What they decide to do is still up in the air. That is where we left them, because Andros, Anxi, Baylor, and Cedric.
Shit. You always say shit.
Stop it. Just, bro, please. Briefly went and got a commission for a mask from the Arts and Cartography store next to the Adventurers Guild, and then went to Immaculation, the high-end magic store in the uppers. Upon entering, they saw a Air Genasi leaving the place as they were entering. They were like bumping through the door at the same time, and got a lowdown at the truly wicked high-end magical items that Immaculation had for sale, and then ended the session by going to the Jeweled Repose, where they got a drink, which is where we begin. But our session doesn't begin with any conversation or dialogue. What it begins with is some buzzing from inside of Baylor's backpack.
Ooh, I got a message on the stone, guys. I'll pull out the stone and hold it up to my ear.
So as you hold up the sending stone with its engraving slightly glowing, and you press it to your ear, you hear Gwen's voice come through the stone. Oh, hey Baylor. Glad you're doing well. I am too. I saw the arena posters. You guys look really cool. No attacks or anything. And that's where the message ends.
Can we hear it as well, or is it just Baylor?
It's probably like a phone in real life, and like you can hear stuff being said, but not exactly.
I'll repeat the message back to Cedric and things.
Okay, that's somewhat of a good news. And maybe it's just taking them longer to get to the druids. Maybe they're all right.
I hope they're all right. It lessened my worry, but it hasn't negated my worry.
Of course. You sent the messenger birds yesterday, right?
I sent the messengers before we left. Or just as we arrived, so it would have been 2 days ago.
Okay, maybe we give it 2 days more, and if there is nothing from the druids, we should make our way there.
I believe you sent the message as you were leaving Ralnibblegup. I think you still sent it from your room inside the Lord's Garden.
Oh, so it's been even longer.
Yeah, you're right.
Days? Would that be 3 days or 4?
Took you a day to get here. How many days have you spent in the city?
It's our second, or I think it's the second day.
We've slept
I
in
think
the inn
this is the
2
third.
nights.
Yeah.
So this is our 3rd day. Then.
Exactly.
So it's been 4 days since you sent the message.
I mean, it's about to be. Yeah, I guess. In that case, maybe we should wait one extra day, and if there's nothing from the druids, we should make our way there.
I think that's a fair plan.
Okay, let's hope we hear from them.
It's still early in the day, I believe, so
Yeah, it's at least a day and a half of a wait. I would assume.
It's like midday right now.
I guess.
Stacks.
Since we are at the bar still,
Mhm.
can I still see the bartender?
Yep.
Excuse me. Do you happen to have any pastries in here?
Yeah, we've got some like little. So let me. And she hands a menu to you with some little like nice pencil sketches of what the pastries look like and little labels next to them of what they are.
Is there any like I'd like to get a pastry that's just a fruit type of pastry, maybe something with blueberries.
Well, what do you know? There is a pastry on there that does have nice little blueberries in it.
Awesome. I'd like to order 2 of these, please.
Oh,
can I order one as well, please?
sure. Wait, was that 3 total?
Yeah. Sid, do you want one as well?
No, I'm alright.
Okay.
Sid
So it's
saying
only
no to
3?
food.
Yeah, Sid, are you sure you're alright? This is the first time you said no to food.
We're on a quest, alright? We're doing a mystery. I need to stay focused. Sugar does not help. Ain't that right, Sizzle?
Yeah, let's get this done.
Fair enough.
All right. I'll order 3 actually.
3? Come right up. She just whisks back into the back room, brings them to you. That'll be 9 silver.
For all 4 of them?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just pay for them.
Okay. Are you guys sat at the bar?
Yeah, I eat one of the pastries and then I stored the other 2 in my bag. One for Sid for later.
You notice as you're doing this, a lot of people just kind of staring at you, giving you like shifty looks in that like, taking food to go.
I just don't really look at them. I put the things in my bag and then I get up and leave.
Okay. Are the rest, you 2 leaving as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So, out you head into the nice midday sun. It's a genuinely beautiful day. Very few little clouds overhead, but it's a pleasant, somewhat warm day.
Wow, guys, what a pleasant summery day, huh?
Yes, great for mysteries, isn't it?
Indeed.
Guys, do you think that the magic store owner would be interested in purchasing a potion from me?
Do you want to sell him a potion?
I am contemplating, because there is an item I actually would like to purchase from his stash, and I almost have all the money for it, but there is also a potion I have and I won't be using, so maybe I can try and trade it.
Fair.
Maybe
If
it's
not,
worth a shot.
I can help you out with some money. I don't.
Okay, let's try the potion option. Maybe he'd be interested in taking it from my hands. Then I make my way towards the magic store again. Also, Dax, there is something I'd like to keep my eyes open for. I will be looking around if I ever see the air genasi we met earlier again.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
My innate sorcery ability would not be. Wait, it's font magic, isn't it? No, it's innate. If it only lasts for a minute, and I try to cast it in order to. Wait, just a second to see something.
Can I give guidance for this?
That's something I'm trying to check because it's a perception check, and it would be for immediate thing to see whether I see him now.
This
but I'd
one
like to.
is an immediate thing, so I will allow guidance for this one.
Okay, cool, lovely. Decent. Oof. 14.
As you leave the jeweled repose, you take a look around, trying to keep a tabs on, the people and the places around you. As you're just sort of like looking around, taking the sights, as you turn and look to your side, one of the windows inside the jewel repose, like sort of way off to the back, the Genasi is in there, sat at a table, drinking some kind of beverage, just in a window seat.
Oh man. Once I see that, guys, do you see that man there, in the window?
I see him.
He's the person he's the person we met while entering the magic store earlier. He was rather weird. His skin color transformed in front of us.
That is quite weird indeed.
So what you're saying is that, just like the statues, their skin transform. Interesting.
Sure, Sid. Sort of. He seems to be rather powerful. I'm curious whether he might be interested in joining us for our arena match. We still need a 6th person. Don't we?
That's an interesting thought.
Okay, would you mind waiting for me here? I'll try to go and speak to the person.
Of course.
Okay, I'd like to go back to the inn and basically follow through to the man I've met earlier. Is he alone?
He is sat alone at his little booth, just a small beverage in front of him that he's gently nursing.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Sorry for interrupting your,
I saw you earlier. It's at the magic shop, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. May I sit?
Yeah, please, of course.
Thank you. I've noticed something curious about you when we saw you earlier.
Okay.
Did you happen to be mid-transformation?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Must have been a trick of the light or something.
Insight check. Can I do that?
Roll the insight check. As you listen to his timbre, the way he's sort of been caught off guard, you can't really get a good beat on whether they're telling the truth or not.
He's got a good charisma, doesn't he? Oh, I see.
Bright light outside, could be anything. No, I'm just your average Genasi here, enjoying this wonderful city and all its amazing, beautiful people. And he gives you a wink.
I see. Well, that's rather disappointing. I thought you might be someone a bit more interesting.
Hold on,
Of-
hold on.
Not as if you're not
Wait.
currently.
I am
Uh,
the most interesting person. Don't you
Are
worry.
you then?
Oh yeah.
What makes you so interesting?
Oh, been all around the world, done so many things.
Like what?
I mean, it's hard to get into detail when we're, in such a public space.
Alex, don't
When,
make me
like,
go on a date with another NPC.
when fans hear me, it's always like trying to keep these conversations in closed doors.
Oh, you've got fans.
I mean, a few, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'm in the presence of a famous person.
It's okay. Let's say I run in very specific circles.
Is it safe to answer what kind of circles?
I've been known to change up my profession every now and then. Used to be somewhat of an adventurer.
Oh,
Yeah, it's quite a while ago now, but it's my roots where I came from.
did you happen to be talented in arcane nature? Since I saw you leaving the magic store.
I'm talented in everything, but arcane is one of the things I am good at, yeah.
That happens to be very interesting to me.
Oh? Are you a user of the arcane yourself?
Yeah.
Nice.
I continue basically using telepathic speech instead of talking to him. Oh well, if some of the things you'd like to share about your adventures or your profession or your many talents, but you don't want people to hear them, you can always just answer here, I suppose.
As you start talking to him into his head, he raises an eyebrow and smirks at you and says, "I like your style, lady. Yeah, I don't like to brag too much. I mean, everyone likes to brag a little, but, been an adventurer for a while, somewhat of a rising star, if you'd say, I guess."
Do you happen to still miss your adventurer roots, or are you completely devoured by your fame nowadays, as in pursuing your new talents?
There's always aspects of it that you're gonna miss. The people, mainly. And you watch as he starts to talk about this, he gets like a little bit of a somber look on his face. Nothing could beat that camaraderie. Out on the open road, just you and your boys.
I hope everyone's still safe and sound. Any just lives that come into play.
They are now, yeah.
Lovely. Well, if you like to pursue some of your adventuring past, at least for like a day, I'd like to speak to you again.
Oh, really? About what?
My friends and I, they wanted to come here because of the possibility of participating in the arena, and they got a bit too excited about it and organized a match with another group. And
I did wonder when you were going to mention this. Because
is
I
that
know I've
hinting
seen you
that-
more than once.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, you're on the posters.
You know,
Is
the
this
posters.
Is this entire conversation happening telepathically?
Yeah, man.
All right. So from a distance, I'm standing next to Balin. I kind of elbow him, going like, "Look, they're just staring at each other. I think he's trying to possessive mind or something. Layla, what should we do?
I think we should watch and just make sure she's okay. And if you see something that really looks off, then we'll go in. But for now,
I have a. Well, you said I have a fierce look on my face, and I grab darling number 3 firmly in my hands.
not yet, Sid, not yet. I'll give you the signal, and that's when we go.
Oh, okay, you get to go, and I will smack this guy down.
I'll give the go.
Oh god, you've seen the posters.
Yeah. Your friends over there are looking at me real funny, by the way.
Yeah, I apologize. Oh well. Well, if you happen to be interested in talks about adventuring or arcane nature, or sharing knowledge about any of that, or even maybe participating in the match with us, please let me know.
That's interesting. When's it gonna be?
In 8 days,
Hmm.
7.5.
I may have something clashing. I have a concert happening sometime soon.
Well,
Concert.
if that happens before or after the arena, might be fun coming to see you perform if it's in this town.
Oh, the concert's not scheduled yet. I haven't actually talked to the theatre yet, but once I'd show up, they'll clear a day for me.
I understand. Well, the invite is open. If you happen to be interested in talking further about any of that, we are staying in Ladies' Garden, and there's another thing. About you and the light shining on your skin.
Yeah.
I thought you might have been a person I've heard about earlier from another magic shop owner. He was talking very highly of a fire genasi.
Furley does have some loose lips.
He does, doesn't he? Well, anyway.
Maybe you'll see what I've got to offer later down the line, but let's keep it a little surprise for now.
I'd love to see that. And surprises just sound scary. However, thank you. Well, I will leave you to your day.
Ladies' Garden, okay. I might stop by and come chat to you guys.
Sounds lovely. Have a nice day.
You too, catch you around.
I leave.
Okay.
Guys, you know, when you're looking at people talking, they might notice you. And it might be awkward for the people having conversation.
Oh, you look suspicious.
Well, I think I might have created the suspicion look for you guys, the performance you saw. However, this person might be more interesting than he shows. I told him about us needing a 6th member, and he might be interested in talking with us further. Maybe not about this thing, but for other stuff. Maybe he can tell us about his adventuring days. Turns out he was an adventurer.
That's really quite interesting.
It is, isn't it? Is there anything you would like to do now?
We
Should
didn't
we
ask
head
many
to
questions about the statues.
We should.
You should have. What were you talking about then, eh? You're flirting again.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Nothing, that's your business, I'm sorry.
question towards the people, not in character. Did we happen to get information about where we can find the guy that was the suspect for the statue's case?
I don't think we got information specifically about where he is, but we would probably be able to find that information from the Stonemasons Guild.
Okay. Okay, guys, would you like to do a follow-up on the information we gathered from from our employer? There is something I still want to do in the uppers before I head back.
Yeah.
Also, Baylor. I use telepathic speech on Baylor. These pastries for Cedric if he gets hungry. I assume that might happen soon. And I give him the one of the pastries I have in my bag.
Okay.
Why are you guys looking funny at each other again? Hey, those are the mysteries. I mean, guys, we have a mystery to solve. Come on, keep going.
Yeah, let's head to the Stonemasons Guild. Unless, Anxie, you want us to accompany you.
No, it's alright. I'd like to go alone. Oh, also, I'd like to take you on the offer, Baylor. Can I have 10 gold?
Of course.
Thank you. I'll give them back to you later.
Don't even worry.
Okay, and while while we are separating, I'm going back to the magic store.
Okay. So you head on into Immaculation. You see the elf stood proud and proper at this very exact center of his desk, while a couple of patrons are moseying around the side of the room. He's just sat there with his hands folded, fingers perfectly overlapped, staring down into the center of his hands.
No one's speaking to him, right? It's safe to go.
Not at the moment, no.
Hello again.
Hello.
I'd like to purchase one of your items, but there's also another thing I'm wondering. Do you happen to be interested into purchasing potions? Specifically potion that would hasten the person that drinks it? And I tell him about the potion of speed I have.
Potion of speed. I can acquire that from you at a limited rate. They usually go for about 300. I would take it off of your hands for 200.
That sounds lovely. I would like to take you up on that, and I'd also would like to buy the Eantis Paranoia from you for 480 gold.
Eantis Paranoia. He snaps his fingers, and a little pillow starts floating over to you. The little ring on top of it.
Awesome. So that would be 1 potion of speed and 280 gold, correct?
That is correct, yes.
I give him 28 platinum and the potion.
Okay. Thank you for your purchase. I hope you have a nice day.
Likewise, thank you very much. And I leave.
Okay.
And how long would it take me to go to the Zenith Institute?
Probably only like 20-minute walk.
Okay, in that case, before I go there, I'd like to send a message to Drunt. Hello. Do you happen to be in the Institute currently? And if so, would you be able to go outside in 20 minutes?
Yes, I'm here, and I can come outside.
Okay, lovely. In that case, I'm going towards the institute, and you can continue with the rest of the team.
With the rest of the team, I think we should just cut through, do this first, and then we'll get to the rest of the team. Because wait, Sid and Baylor, where are you? What are you doing? Where are you heading right now?
We're heading to the Stonemasons Guild.
Okay, you're going all the way back around. Yeah, let's do this real quick before, because like time-wise, you'd speak to this guy way before that.
Okay.
You come to the Zenith Institute. There are a couple people meandering about in the courtyard. From what you can see, peeking in there, you do notice that the Zenith Institute does have its own statue on its like second elevated courtyard. Roll me a perception check.
Would I see it from the street?
From the front gate that you're now stood at, yeah.
Okay, you wanted me to roll a perception check, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, it's hard to make out from here. You can't really tell whether the thing's been vandalized as well or not. But once you make it to the front, sort of like, not really gate because there's no gate there, but like the entrance, it takes about 5 minutes before Dranth appears out one of the side doors around here and starts to hurry over to the entrance. Hello, I didn't expect to see you so soon.
Oh yeah, sorry. Just there were a few things that came up, and I wanted to ask you. So first thing first, I hope we are like to maybe the site of the institute, so we're not like there are no people looking.
Yeah, you can like walk just across to the side next to one of the towers, and like you're out to be a shot of everyone.
Okay. So first thing first, take that, and I give him the pastry.
Oh,
Maybe that's what you will end up eating instead of the head of a pig.
it was not the greatest. I had a great night, by the way.
Yeah, likewise. So what I came for is you told me about what happened with the warlocks on this island.
Yeah.
And I wondered a bit about some stuff. I stumbled upon this symbol. Have you seen it in any of your researches? Or maybe if there is any information about anything connected to the island? And I show him the symbol that Andrews has shown us before from his dreams.
The jagged sort of curve thing?
The weird smile type of thing.
Okay. You watch as he looks at it and ponders for a second. His eyes widen a little as he really starts to try and rack his brain. No, sorry, I've never seen this symbol written anywhere, sorry.
Oh. That's alright. Do I trust his expression? Does he seem...
Roll an insight check.
Decent.
So, from the moment that you showed him the symbol, you watch as his eyes widened a little and like a little sort of like expression of fear and anxiety enters him. And you watch as he 100% recognizes this symbol, but from the moment he recognized it, he spent the rest of the time being silent, wrestling whether he should tell you the truth or not. And like you, as he was umming back and forward, it wasn't like searching his brain, he was like deciding yes or no, what do I do?
Well, another thing I just noticed, there is a statue in the institute. Has it been vandalized?
Oh, you're referring to the vandalizing happening with all the other stuff. No, this one hasn't. This one is of the person who took over and founded this place. What was his name? Sorry, I'm taken off guard. Kelthar.
You wagged out.
That's the one. That's Kelthar's statue, and no, it's not been vandalized. No, there's a like a magic sort of like force preventing people from getting in.
Reaching it, I suppose. So Dax, you basically wagged out for me. Did you
Oh.
just say the name of the person that the statue is of?
Yeah, Kelthar.
Okay. No, I heard the name. I just didn't hear what else you said.
All right, okay.
I see. Well, that's good, I suppose. Do you happen to know anything about the vandalizing of statues?
Other than that it's not stopped, I assumed that the lugs would have gotten to the bottom of it sooner than now, but it doesn't seem that they have. They commissioned the Masons Guild to correct the statues every time this comes up, but it's a costly endeavor, and they somehow keep getting vandalized.
Oh, so someone's actually tried dispelling the effect. I see.
No, the Masons come around and manually sort of like unchip it and rechip it back into place.
Does it even fix it for a while?
I mean, it fixes it until they get vandalized again. The two in the park that I know of has been vandalized 4 or 5 times at this point.
I see. Well, that's actually quite helpful.
He sort of stands there holding his pastry, just like awkwardly, like swaying a little from side to side, not exactly sure how to hold it, where to put it, but still very thankful that he's got it.
Damn.
I appreciate this little gift. I should give something back in return, but I don't have anything prepared.
You don't have to.
No. But what I can offer you is something that I forgot to mention a couple last night. You were a big enjoyer of history. There is a statue behind the restaurants that we went to that I think you would find quite interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's quite interesting then.
Yeah.
I will go over there and see. Thank you. Well, I will let you go back to your research, and maybe next time we meet or in the future, you will feel you'll be trusting enough to tell me more about the symbol you haven't seen. I smile and I basically start going back.
As you turn around to walk away, you watch as his expression drops a little bit, and he looks a little worried and very conflicted. Thank you, he says to your back as you're walking away.
If I'm still in range, I'd like to use telepathic speech on him.
Yep.
Well, don't feel sorry for keeping that information. Maybe I'm sure you have few reasons to hide whatever you know about it. I'm still very thankful about the information you provided to me. Have a nice day.
You too.
And I'm going back to the restaurant so I can see the statue.
Okay.
And that's it.
So we are cutting back to hold on, let me send Tony a message real quick.
Did she say anything?
No, I'm just gonna remind her that she can jump in whenever she wants. Because if I can help it... Ale, I know you haven't done much this session yet. Would you be alright if we Skipton did some of the other character stuff just before we come back, just in case Tony comes back, because like you two are kind of tied up doing something together at the moment.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, good. So, about 2 hours pass, and Baylor and Cedric have made their way to the Masons Guild. It's pretty close to the inn that you're staying at, and it's quite a busy yard with a lot of people looking back and forth, but there does seem to be some sort of like foreman who's like taking charge of things.
That guy looks like he's in charge, Sid. I think he's the guy we need to speak to.
I deducted the same thing, Baylor. Let's move ahead.
Let's move ahead.
You there! Get that stock! Needs to be out the back in a second. You two, what are you doing?
Who, us?
Yeah, that's the ones I pointed at. You.
Right, yeah. Sometimes I don't realize certain things. Anyway, yeah, so we're here. Well, how should I explain, Baylor? Should we, like, play it cool, or should we, like, tell them what's really going on?
I think it's up to you. You take the lead.
John, what the fuck are you doing? You better not use that kind of chisel again. I told you last time! He's already turned around and is, like, shouting at someone else in the yard.
I have an idea. Gee, Baylor, my friend. Wow, have you seen all these statues in the city being disfigured, being changed in weird ways with a weird face? Is that strange, Baylor? And I look over to the guy and look back to Baylor.
Sorry, as you
very
look
strange.
at the guy, he is looking directly at you as you turn to look at him, and he's like looking sort of like. Describe him visually. He's like an older man who's still got a nice full head of hair and quite muscularly built. He's wearing some sort of like sleeveless top with just like very sort of like function over form clothes. And as he looks at you, he's got this sort of like disappointed, like eyes like narrowed and like eyebrow up, sort of like, you fucking real, dude?
Oh, right. Sorry, sir. I noticed you looking this way. Yeah, me and my friend here, we're having a conversation just here, randomly, in the Stonemason Guild, which is specialized in stone. Hey, isn't that a coincidence, sir? Wouldn't you say you might know something about this whole deal with the statues? Maybe, perhaps.
I know that the guards keep coming to us to pay us to fix it.
Right. Are you gonna fix it?
I mean, we've fixed statues several times over. It's always a costly job and they always keep coming back. You ask me, I hope they don't find the guy who's doing it.
So you say you're already repaired the same statue multiple times?
Yeah, multiple statues all over the city keep getting vandalized all the time.
Interesting. Would you say it's, good for business?
Fuck yeah, it's good for business. I get to charge out the ass to the fucking lugs, and they'll pay it because they need the statues looking good.
Sir, I'll be honest with you, but I think that looks a little bit suspicious, don't you think?
It might look suspicious, but I know no one ain't gonna find anything because I've done fuck all. I'm just getting paid to fix it.
But I'm getting the idea that we're not getting any through here. Maybe we should go.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any ideas of who might be doing this?
Don't know, don't care.
We did speak to somebody up in the uppers who suggested that somebody named Path Cragjaw might be involved.
Oh, you speaking to Leonard, were you?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I fucking love that little guy. He came up to one of my boys that was fixing the statue and like ranted at him for like 2 hours while he was fixing the thing. That dude's obsessed with the statues looking good. Yeah. No, he's
Yeah.
been on Path's case for a while.
Do you think Path could be involved in this?
Don't know, don't care. Path retired from here about a week before this all started happening.
Would you know where we could find Path?
I mean, he's retired now, just lives at home. As far as I know, he does fuck all.
Do you know where his
Right.
home is?
Yeah, you got one of them maps?
We do. We do.
He points to this house on the map.
Got it. So that one there.
Yep.
All right. So thank you very much for your time.
No problem. Catch you around. He
Yeah, right.
immediately starts shouting to one of the other boys who's using the wrong kind of hammer.
Well, is that interesting? He quit a week before this all started happening.
I wonder
You know
why.
what that means, right? That means that he wasn't working, and he might have seen something because he wasn't working. He had more time to focus on things that were not work. You know what I'm saying? We should talk to the guy.
I think we should. Let's go. Let's see if we can find his house and see if he's home.
Okay. I will say that as you guys start walking up the main road to head in to where his house is, you see Anxie coming down the main road as well. Assuming you're coming this way, Anxie.
Yeah.
There's Anxie, Sid, and I wave over at Anxie.
I wave back. Where exactly is the place they were at right now on the map? Can you?
You guys are
can someone
right
ping it?
here. You are in the middle
Ah,
of the
okay.
road here.
Awesome. And the restaurant is the green thing. No, that's the ladies' garden, and the restaurant is around it somewhere.
Restaurant is just below it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. Hello, guys.
Yeah, Anxie.
Did you happen to find any information?
Well, we spoke to what we assume is the foreman at the Stonemasons Guild, and while I don't suspect they're the ones doing it, they're quite happy that the statues are being vandalized. They're making good money fixing these statues.
So I've heard. I got some information on it as well. Also, I'm going towards the building that's below our inn. There is a statue behind it as well. I'd like to check whether it's vandalized or not.
All right. The foreman told us where we can find Path Bragjaw, the previous boss man.
Where can we find him?
He lives pretty close to here. And I'll put out the map and I'll show Anxie where he lives.
Okay, maybe we should go there as fast as possible as well, since it's still early in the day.
Yeah, and seeing as we're right close, shall we go there now?
Sure, let's go there.
All right, let's head over.
Okay, you're heading to Path's house.
Yeah.
So, making your way through the alleys of Relhafthud, a lot of people walking here and there, a lot of people just sort of mosily hanging in their window frame, just staring up at the day sky, letting time pass them by. Walking past them all and rounding in a couple corners, you make your way to what you can assume is Path's house. One thing you notice immediately is that above the front door there is a stone bust of a very sort of handsome and chiseled half-orc, looking sort of smugly up into the corner, just with a smirk on his face, just a nice sort of chiseled shoulders, and then cuts down at the bust.
And it's not vandalized.
It is not, as far as you can tell.
I approach the statue.
Yo, Sid. You know this guy?
Oh, but wait, doesn't that statue look like me a little bit?
How come?
Oh yeah, I think it's me. What the heck?
Does it look anything like Sid?
It looks like another half-orc, but this half-orc
Yeah.
looks way more handsome than Sid.
Whoa.
Oh, actually, looking at
Oh.
it again, it's a different face, isn't it? This
Yeah,
guy's
it
much
is.
uglier than me.
He is.
And I
Wait,
turn
but
around,
here-
disinterested.
Also, Sid, he doesn't have Caesar with him, so that's definitely not you.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. Why would I say Cecil looks like me?
No, no. The statue doesn't have a little statue of Caesar with it.
Where?
It doesn't.
Oh, right. Yeah. Good observation.
I guess. Shall we go check for the guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was his name again?
Path Practical.
Boss! Hello?
Shall we knock, Sid?
Yeah, let's knock Sid.
Right, there's a door. Yeah, my bad.
Who's knocking on the door?
You want to do the honors since you were screaming for him.
Alright. Can I roll strength?
Go
Do you
for
wanna
it.
break it?
Listen, I'm just knocking, but based on the strength, but you know.
Oh no.
It's not loaded.
Okay.
It's a safe though.
I think for just regular strength, you would click on just the word strength to the left of it in the stats section. Yeah, there you go. So, you watch as you knock the door, it sort of like bends inwards when it's not supposed to.
What?
You hear a little startle from the inside, and then some big footfalls coming towards the door. The door opens. Inside you see a half-orc who immediately steps into frame. The thing you notice immediately, Sid, is that this is the first person that's sort of like been on equal footing with you in terms of height and build. You've really seen someone just as tall and muscular as you are. And he stands there. The rest of you notice that this is definitely meant to be the person that's on the stone bust up ahead, but this person looks a lot more haggard, a bit older, and definitely nowhere near as chiseled. Hey. What can I do you for?
Huh. Look at this. How you doing there?
Hey, another half-orc. It's nice to see you, man. And he sticks out his hand.
I shake his hand.
What are you doing in a place like this?
Oh, listen, friend. We're looking for this guy named Path.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Oh, whoa. What a coincidence, huh?
I mean, you come to my house.
right.
What are you looking at for me for?
Oh, right. You used to work for the Stonemason Guild, right?
Yeah.
Well, did you like that job?
Yeah, it's good.
Sorry, a bit of a random question. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Shin. What's your name?
My name-
Right, it's Bob.
Yeah. Hi, Sid.
Hello, Bob. Right, so you work for the Salvation Guild. You liked it there, but you quit.
Well, retired.
Oh, you're retired.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Bit of an early retirement, but yeah, I'm retired.
You're retired.
Retired.
Retired. My bad. Sorry. I got some goo in my ears. It's fine. All right. Anyway. Shit. Right. So you seen all the statues out in the city?
Yeah, I heard about that. The guards kept asking me questions.
Why?
Because they thought I'd done it.
What? A half orc like you? No.
Yeah. Well, I am a master mason after all.
Oh, they're fucking racist. That's what they are.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, quite a. Hey, Layla. Can you help me out with one of those blueberry pies? But you want one of those blueberry pies? We have two of them, right? You guys mind? I'm kind of I'm kind of. I don't know. I have my stomach growling. I'm hungry. You like blueberry puff?
Yeah, but come inside, I can get us some snacks.
That sounds lovely. Guys, hey, I'm going to head inside off and have a bit of a brekkie.
What?
You guys want
Your
anything?
friends are welcome to come in too.
Oh, dude, you're such a nice guy. I mean, you're half orc after all. Didn't expect anything else, you know what I'm saying?
Baylor, I'd like to stay outside if that's all right.
Sid, how about you handle this one? And me and Anxie will go check that other statue quick.
Right, I guess you guys are hungry. Okay.
Do you know the way back to the inn, Sid?
Yeah. I just have to
Okay.
smell the air, you know. Quite good sense of smell, and then I could just smell the food and the booze, and you know.
Oh, he's getting close. Okay, let's leave him to that. He's doing his thing.
All right, let's leave him.
We are going to the statue behind the restaurant. Wow, he's having fun with his new friend.
Right, Sid, come in, come and sit down.
Yeah, after you good sir. All right. Oh, look at this. That's a nice chair.
Yeah, I made it myself.
Yeah, it's like completely made out of stone. That's crazy.
Well, you know, I do like me some stone. As you're in his house, Sid, you take a look around. A lot of the furniture is made of stone. But one thing that you do notice is that there are a lot of other sort of like busts, little mini statues, all of the rest of them. Roll me a investigation check, which does use int, so it's going to be a bit low for you, but we'll see.
Just give me 1 second.
I mean, with all that mystery solving, his intellect should just increase at that point. Not
Fucking save again. Wait.
Oh,
This-
fuck.
No,
whatever.
I
Which
need
one?
just an investigation check.
Oh, investigation. I'm an idiot.
That was a nat 20.
Was a nat 20, and I feel a little bad. Okay, you rolled 2 good rolls. You'll get the hang of your rolls eventually. Anyways, I'll take your first roll. What was it? Like, it was a 15 down to a 13. Okay, cool. As you notice a lot of these little statues and busts around his house that are like on tables, in like little cabinets, you notice that a lot of these are like kind of crap. Like, a lot of them have been sort of like hammered a bit too hard, and like, you know how like the Sphinx in Egypt has like its nose chipped off, and a lot of the proportions aren't exactly right, but there's just a lot of these little statues around. Yeah, I'm kind of like proud of, you know, all my work and stuff. I worked for a very long time at the Masons and worked hard to become a proper master of the craft.
Yeah, you work for quite a while. I mean, you still look really good for your age, by the way, sir. Just wanted to say.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So, what's on the menu also? You guys handed over those blueberry pies, right?
You should have been handed one, yeah.
Only
No,
one?
yeah, 2 of them. Come on.
Well, I had 2, but one wasn't for you. I gave one to Baylor for you.
Okay. You want to split this blueberry pie then, maybe? Sure. I heard it's quite good.
Well, sure, I'd like to try it. I've not had much of these fancy snacks much, but I'll give it a try.
Alright, well, let's dig in then. By the way, it's quite delicious actually. Have you seen some of those faces there on the statues? It's quite fucking hilarious, isn't it? They look really silly.
Yeah, they do look proper silly. I do wish they'd stop though, because a lot of people think it was me. And I barely leave my house these days, and they keep accusing me.
Yeah, I mean, look at all these statues around you. You could be so busy with your own stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, just, it's not nice getting accused all the time of something you didn't do.
Oh, brother, I understand that one. Yeah. We have a tough, don't we?
Yeah, it's a hard life sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I just try to think of ways, I don't act on it, but like little ways I could get back at people. Mess with them a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I know about getting back at people, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like sometimes, like I throw like little rock at someone that's annoyed me and then they turn around and then I look the other way.
Oh, you're funny.
Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, all fucks are funny all day.
Well, we gotta be.
I mean, I gotta say, so it's nice to see a bit of my own skin now. It's been a while.
Yeah, same for me too, we're not always welcome wherever we go, but as long as we got something we can make a name for ourselves with, it's always good time.
So, I'll ask you a question.
Sure.
And it's fine if you don't want to, it's totally fine, but do you maybe have any booze?
Do I have what?
Booze. Beer.
Oh, booze! Yeah,
Pilsner.
I got some, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to intrude. It's just your booze, your beer.
No,
I
gotta break out something for a brother. Let me go get some.
Right, yeah. Alright.
And he walks into the kitchen pantry sort of thing.
That's
Can
so
I-
good.
Can I quickly investigate? Wait, what did you say again about the room specifically?
So there's a lot of stone furniture around here, and there's lots of little statues and busts of different people, like warriors and poses and things like that. But all of it is just really crap. They're all terrible make and terrible quality. None of the stone has been smoothed properly. Someone's leg has been accidentally chopped off at the knee. One of their arms is meant to be straight, but it's just wonky for some reason, bending in 2 places. But yeah. Are you looking to do something while he's in the other room?
Yeah, I'm thinking. What would be a fun thing, or what would be the play here that's also in character? I mean, Sid is not the type of guy that just sits there patiently waiting. He gets distracted by something.
He is also a man on a mission right now.
He is, but he's also having fun. Maybe. Are there any of the statues that have a silly face on it? Similar to what the statues outside might have.
As you take a moment to sort of lean in a bit closer to some of the ones closer to you, you see that a lot of them do have some silly faces on them, but it's very different because it's more in the fact that someone just drew a crude smiley face into them where the mouth isn't even properly curved. The statues that you've seen defaced have been incredibly well articulated with the tongue coming out the mouth and up into the nostril, one of the eyes bulging out of their head. It's all of those that you've seen on the statue have been incredibly well made and incredibly like true to form, whereas these look like they're silly faces not on purpose.
Okay. Dr. Shizzle, to see those statues.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, they're actually nice. But what do you think?
They look kind of crap, don't they?
Right, I mean, kind of reminds me of half our culture. There's a certain style to it. I kind of feel attracted to it a little bit, but it doesn't remind me any of those statues outside. I don't think this is our guy.
Don't look like them at all.
Right. Well, it's good we asked the guy for a drink then. At least we get something out of the situation.
Well, I've got some beers here. They've been around for a little bit, but they're, still good. And he just plonks 2 big stone flagons that are slightly misshapen and not, like, straight. The handle on one of them is sort of, like, chipped in, like, a big place.
Yeah,
I made these myself.
Exquisite work, sir. You know, and this is probably the biggest compliment I could give. It reminds me of home.
Nice. Where's your home?
I have no fucking idea.
Oh.
No, seriously, I don't know. I found my hat at one point, woke up, met this little fella over here. That's all I know. But for some reason, I know this is orc culture. I know my roots. I just don't know how or why, where I remember it from. Yeah.
Right.
It's weird. It's what it is.
Oh, alright. Cool.
Where are you from?
I'm from, I'm not from this island. I came from, what's it called? It's been ages since I've been there. Demwell Dominion. I was, my mum gave birth to me. I was,
Whoa.
She had me for like a couple of years, then she got fed up and sort of like threw me on the curb. And I've just been kind of alright doing stuff ever since.
Yeah, I mean, naturally, look around us, right? You're filled with talent, sir.
Yeah, when I came to this city, I knew I wanted to settle down because I really liked it here. But all the people were right mean cunts about it. They always say stuff that like I couldn't do nothing, I couldn't apply for jobs or nothing. So I got real good at masonry, and then I applied for the guild.
Yeah. Well, Pop, you did a great fucking job there, and I'm fucking glad that these fucking racists, am I right, didn't keep me down.
Yeah, it's always rough when they just always expecting you to fail, and you just gotta pull up your bootstraps and prove them wrong, yeah?
Well, look what I got to know, sir. All these years of work, all these exquisite statues that you make.
Yeah.
I must say, sir, I can't imagine any better stonemason than you, but since you're on the work, would you know, like some stonemason that's like really fucking good, one that really inspired you? Even better than you. I mean, personally, I can't imagine, but what do you think?
Well, there's definitely some people better than me out there, but I was just kind of like...
Really?
Yeah, but look, I was just kind of taking a lot of jobs for the love of it, I wasn't making barely no money because I wouldn't charge much, but I just really enjoyed seeing the smiles on people's faces while I was done working.
Right. Oh, there's a big yonder, sir. You're getting tired. It's the bear, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just, okay, sometimes I had a rough night because, like, some kids throwing stones at my windows.
Really? Why did you do that?
Well, they've been accusing me of defacing statues, and they don't like that I live here next to them.
Fucking racist, man.
Yeah.
I swear to God, fucking racist. Oh, this is getting me quite well, sir. So there's no one really, that does like really good skills at stonemasonry or anything like that.
Well, there's some people there that are still, like, I would say, better than me before I left. But they're just, they're in it for the money. It's a job for them. I was just kind of doing it because I love doing it.
Right.
Sid, can you roll me a insight check, please?
Oh, nothing happened?
Oh, 8.
Oh, it was
Okay.
delayed. There we go.
As you've been talking to him, you get the feeling that, like, he's been very truthful about all the hardships that he's faced. But when he started talking about how you just have to put your nose to the grindstone, work, and get make yourself good at something that they'll respect, you get the feeling that, like, that he's projecting. When you're really good at something, like, I'll say to you, Scup, as a person, out of character, when you're really good at something, like you're really good at design, and someone starts talking to you about design, and you clearly tell, like, oh, you're actually not very good at this, and I can just tell off the bat by just speaking to you, by the words you're choosing to use. You get that sort of, like, feeling when he's talking to you about sort of, like, how he learned and really grinded and became good at stonemasonry. That's the sort of, like, feeling that you get when he starts talking about that. You don't know whether he's strictly, like, lying or anything, but you get the feeling he's, like, projecting somewhat.
Right, so, and there's like shit statues everywhere inside, but outside there was like a really good one, right?
Yeah.
Right. Right, so all you're gonna try to do, buddy, is sort of out of your hair. And I look at his head, if there's still any. Is there any hair still there?
On his head?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got, like, a full, nice head of hair. It's nicely cut and trimmed.
Just because all I imagine. Anyway, so that shit you outside, right?
Yeah.
That one's a bit of a different style than I'm seeing inside here. A bit more, less orc inspired, I'd say.
Well,
Where did you get the inspiration from?
I mean, I just wanted to kind of, like, make one that, like, how I used to look like when I was younger,
Whoa,
bit older
really?
now, but yeah, no, I made that one
No.
long time ago. I made that one. A lot of these ones here are a bit more recent. Me keeping my hands warm while I've been retired, because I still love doing it, and, like, maybe I'll sell them at some point. But, like, I just kind of, like, love doing it still,
Right. So, would you just say that in later age you just got more interested in making statues like this, a bit more orc inspired, or what made you do the swap? If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, well, I just figured it was time to take a step back and let some other people take the spotlight with it. But I still love doing it whenever I can. But I just yeah. I'll let your insight check carry. That was a very obvious lie.
Yeah, but I'm hella confused because he's okay. So that was a lie.
About him choosing to step back to let other people take the spotlight? Yes, there's a big lie. He's, like, awkwardly looking around the room, avoiding eye contact while he says it.
But you said that statue outside, that he did that a long time ago.
Yes. He was truthful about that, but when you asked him why he stepped down, it was a big lie.
This is hard for me because I'm like, okay, how does Sid react to this? He does know it's a lie. He's not the smartest. All right, I take a big sip from my drink, and then I smash it down on the table. And I look him in the eyes, and I go like, I can tell you're lying. Why are you lying to me? I thought we were brothers.
You what? I'm not lying.
Are you not lying then?
No, I'm not lying.
But I think you're lying.
No, but I'm not, I swear. I really...
Swear what?
I swear that I was a really good stonemason, and I really loved doing it. More avoiding eye contact as he says this.
Well, if you say it like that, I'm just thinking that you don't mean that at all.
No, but like, I do. I just, I can't.
Do you? Do you do?
I just can't do it like I used to anymore.
Sir, it's orc to orc. Tell me what? What are you hiding in bed? Come on, you can trust me. Charisma roll?
Persuasion roll with advantage. Because you have worn him down in all the best ways. Roll again because you're at... we'll take the highest one. Okay, so 16.
Already pretty good.
Look, Sids. We're good friends, right?
The best, yeah.
When I started in this in this city, no one would give any credit me for anything I did. And I love doing stonemasonry. I always really have. It's a lot of fun, like working with the stone and that. But
I got that.
I can't be real with you, man. I'm not.
Be real with me, Path. Come on.
I'm not very good at it. Like, you look at the things I've done recently, he starts pointing around the room. They're all shit. Like, I can't fucking... But...
Then what happened? I see the section outside, it's exquisite.
Well, when I started wanting to apply for the Masons Guild, they just kind of like laughed at me and said I'd never be able to do it.
Yeah, fucking racist, yeah.
Well, it's because I was crap though. I was crap then and I'm still crap now. But
right.
after I applied, I found something that was pretty handy.
What did you find?
It was a little staff, right? And it would help me it would help me do the masonry as I imagined it in my head, so I didn't have to rely on my big stupid hands.
Oh, holy fucking shit! Really? You found some kind of magic stuff?
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
But
where did you even find it?
Well, it was a travelling merchant. It was coming through. I was speaking to him in the Adventurers Guild. He told me about it and I really liked it, but I couldn't afford it, so I nicked it.
Right. Yeah, good joke. Anyway, so once you had the stuff, what you just make really good settings?
Yeah, with the stuff, I could just make any stone look like exactly how I want it to look like. I don't have to even think much or do nothing. I just kind of like point at it and I think really hard, and it just turns into what I want.
Whoa!
So,
can you show me this stuff? This sounds fucking incredible. I'd like to make some statues, honestly. That would be fucking awesome. I could you see this little sector here? I could get like a silly face or something.
Well, the thing is, Sid, someone stole it a while back.
Oh, fuck me.
And since I didn't have it no more, I had to retire because I couldn't do the Mason stuff anymore. And all the Masons, but they're laughing at me. So I retired and said I was too old to do it now, and I just back to doing it as an hobby in my own house.
Wow. What? Do you have any idea who stole it?
No, it just kind of like disappeared one day.
What? Can you show me where you were like keeping it? Where it got stolen? Was it
Well,
inside the house?
it was in my office at work. And I like kept it hidden in the desk, and then I came in one day and it was gone, and I was so bummed out. I didn't know what to do because like if I try to do the masonry without it, it would just look like fucking shit.
Yeah, look, mate, if anyone would touch my magical stuff, right? My magical stuff, my wand, whatever, I would be very upset. Yeah, I get it, mate.
But I couldn't do my job no more, so I had to retire. But don't tell anyone about this, alright? Because I've had a rough enough time as it is. You know what it's like being a half-orc, where everyone's always against you. So like the fact that I could do this and like make the masonry look so fucking good, and just like every
Mate.
I had everyone's respect, and now.
Alright, listen up. I'm gonna get you this stuff back. You're gonna return and become, again, an amazing mason. Unless you want to stay retired, but I could give it back to you.
You watch as he
starts
to tear up as he looks at you. Would you do that for me, Sid?
Of course, fuck. Of course I'm doing this for you.
You're such a good fucking friend, my career.
Such a good friend to me.
And you have a long, you have a long, very teary embrace as he just cries into your shoulder.
Okay, so I grab both his shoulders. I'm face to face with him.
Mm-hmm.
I look him in the eyes. All right, if I'm gonna get this stuff back,
yeah,
where do I begin?
I don't know.
For fuck's sake, Beth!
I don't know. And it's just gone one day. I don't know what to do.
Is there anyone?
No, I was nice to
jealous of your work.
everyone. Everyone's jealous of my work because I was the fucking best.
Alright, okay. I'll tell you something, right? I'm an investor at deduction. I really am. Look, I even have a pipe in my. Yeah, anyway. Of all the shits that were fucking shit towards you, who was the biggest shitter?
No one was really that shit to me or nothing. I just kind of like, I was just moseying around. I would take a lot of jobs. Well, there was some people that weren't happy because I would take and do jobs for like much cheaper than everyone else would do, just because I enjoyed doing it, right? And they shouted at me a couple times. Because I was selling my services so cheap, and like no one would go to them anymore, and they'd just all come to me instead.
Right, and have you noticed anyone else getting more business now?
Well, business is more back to normal before I drop my prices, because like people mostly charge around the same, but I was just charging it real cheap because I just wanted to make them all happy, make the people happy, you know.
You have no idea of the other businesses right now and how they're operating?
Well, I said it was a few people that shouted at me. It was kind of everyone. So like, not only was it like the Masons in my guild was really pissed off with me. There's Masons from like half the island were pissed because I would just go to any city and just do any job for like almost free, and like they was all pissed at me. So they said I was taking their jobs.
Step out of it. It's alright. I'm gonna get you stuff. It's gonna be hard because you're not really giving me any information, but.
Well, it's just because I've got none to give. I'm sorry.
It's alright, boss. I get it. Well, thank you for the biz. And
You won't tell no one
Yeah.
about this, right?
about what?
About...
wink.
Oh, I see.
No, seriously, about what? I got you.
you got me again, huh?
Alright, anyway. Alright. And I gulp up the beer, put it down, and I pull out my hand again for him to shake.
It's very nice meeting you, Sid.
Yeah, likewise, Marv. Well, keep in touch.
Yeah, well, I hope to see you again soon.
Alright, this is you. Out we go.
Oh,
And I promptly turn around and walk out.
bye. He just gives you a big wave, knocking his elbow into the wall while he does.
Nice.
And you walk off.
Right, I assume Baylor next year sounds waiting.
Well, first of all, Sid, where are you going?
Well, I walk outside and I kind of look around. I see my friends. That's the main thing as well. But
They've
I
walked off. They've
literally
gone
have-
somewhere else.
Oh. Right. I go just a random direction, thinking I know where I'm going.
Okay. You eventually make it out onto the main street. Do you think Sid would know whether to go up or down?
No clue.
Alright. Just roll a d20, and 1 to 10 you go up the street, 11 to 20 you go down. Actually, 1 to 9 and then 10 to 20. 16, okay. You start making your way down towards the ladies' garden.
Thank God.
You might have just been lost. Cutting over to Anxie and Baylor and travelling back in time a little bit. You guys have just left Path's house and you're heading towards the statue behind the last bite.
Holy fuck.
That was something.
It sure was.
It was the fucking best.
Oh, good.
I was having a blast.
Okay, I'm glad you guys enjoyed that because I'm like, holy shit, this is the longest RP I've ever done in my life. I hope it's interesting to everyone.
My fucking
amazing.
cheeks
It was
hurt from
amazing.
doing that voice so much.
My finger was soaked because I put it in my mouth. And I couldn't pour it.
I forget you do that.
I was like, hey, this is the first time my finger got really fucking wet. This is great. But yeah, I know. But I had no idea where that was going.
Honestly,
Zero
great
idea.
job.
But
You
that was
did
funny
so
as
much.
fuck. Yeah, we actually got some information, but I can't tell you about it though exactly. But we have to help this guy out. So we'll save that for the next part when we meet up again.
Detective Sid has cracked the case wide open.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
but I'm not gonna tell him about the stuff.
Oh, you're not gonna tell him?
No. I can't. I promised him.
Oh my god, this is gonna go great.
Holy fuck.
The moment you said like you can't tell anyone, I'm like, okay, yep.
Oh,
I love it. Okay, so we're walking towards the thing.
Anxie and Baylor, yes.
I gave it away. I guess. Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if he's going to be alright.
If he runs into any trouble, I'm pretty sure he can handle it. But other than that, I'm also a little bit worried that he'll be alright.
Let's try to find him in maybe like a few hours if he's not shown up by then.
Yeah, good plan.
Okay. By the way, that's a while walking. I asked my friend from the institute about the symbol that Andros showed us.
Oh,
Yeah, I think they might be researching something regarding this symbol because he lied about not knowing about it.
Hmm. That's very, very interesting.
Yeah. There are quite a few things about the research he does that I have no idea about, but I know that the institute itself, when it was created 2000 years ago, I believe, um, it used to be a prison for the warlocks of the island. And for the 8 years that it was in a prison, the warlocks tried escaping, and all of them died. So even if afterwards they reshaped the institute and created something else out of it, I do believe they might still work um, around that sphere. They might know about it, at least. They obviously know about it.
Yeah. Do you think it's worth speaking to Spriggett about it a bit more? See if we can get something more
I
out of him?
I believe so for sure, because I don't know whether he would know about the research, but he used to be a teacher there, so he might know at least something. Maybe not show him the symbol yet, because he's been lying to us. I don't quite trust him yet about that.
Didn't Andros already show him the symbol?
To spring it?
Yeah.
No, no way.
No, I didn't talk to him. I was still at the bar.
Right. Okay.
We showed him only the Bone Maven symbol.
Right. Right.
And maybe the words, the worship one. Yeah.
Yes, that was it.
Well, definitely worth following up this lead, I suppose.
I think so.
Also, apparently there is another statue behind the building close to our inn. I wonder whether we might find something about it connected to our case.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Making your way down, you mosey on past the Lady's Garden, and then the Last Bite, which is currently closed. It's a mostly evening-only establishment. But you do notice a patch of greenery behind it with a statue and some benches.
Is there anything wrong with the statue? Is the statue of something I recognize?
So, as you approach, the statue, you immediately notice, is defaced. The face of the dwarf that is depicted on the statue has their cheeks incredibly puffed out and two giant buck teeth, as well as like a third eye on the forehead that's sort of like just staring out. Other than that, the dwarf is posed in a sort of like stoic and like proud manner, with arms at his sides and like a great axe on its back, and there is a little plaque down at the front of it.
Is it in common?
It is not.
In what language is it?
Roll me an intelligence check. Actually, no, sorry, a history check.
Can I assist with that?
No, you can't, Balux. You know fuck all. You can give her guidance, though.
I'll give you guidance.
Wait, just a second. I'm checking how many luck points I have. Yeah, still.
You use 2, I believe.
Yeah, it's equal to my proficiency bonus.
So you have 1 more.
So I have 1 more. I'll just use the guidance. 13.
13, okay. So, you do recognize this language. You've seen quite a lot of books where it's been showcased and places where you've read about it. It is Ancient Demwese, which is the old language that was used when the Demwell Dominion was significantly bigger and had a lot more territory. It was the domineering language before Common sort of swept the nation.
Yo. Baylor, you've been on this island your whole life, right?
I have.
Do you happen to recognize this language?
Don't think so. That's what I recognize as.
Nope, not at all.
No, you shouldn't.
You guys,
Okay.
you barely know how to write, Baylor.
Well, fair.
I don't recognize it, but I can read it.
You can read it?
Past comprehend language.
Oh!
Oh, let's go.
Awesome. Okay,
What
that would
the
be
hell?
lovely.
You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. Takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text. Okay. This is just about a sentence long. Doesn't say much, and there's no sort of like heading to the plaque or anything. It's just a small plaque with like a sentence of information. And after you take some time, drag your fingers over it gently, it reads, "For the first half-third, may his bravery and risk never be forgotten."
For the first.
Half-third.
Okay, make his bravery end.
And risk never be forgotten.
Does this does the visual of the statue or anything about this text mean anything to me?
Not that you can garner. In fact, sorry, enough time's passed. I'll let you roll a second history check. And you're like sort of trying to figure out different things, whether you recognize this person or not.
And I'll guide you again.
Okay.
Nice. 22.
You know quite a few famous figures throughout history, of all different kinds of races. The name Half-Third is one you only learned when coming to this island, and this person's visage is completely new to you. So, whilst you don't know who they are, you know this is the first time you're seeing it.
I see. Baylor, there is something weird about this statue. The language used for the plague. It's a language that's supposed to be of this island. So it's quite interesting to me how maybe someone, I don't know, maybe there is a community in this town that
To be clear, Ancient Demuise was
it used here?
You don't really know, but you know that like it was used primarily across the entire Demwell Dominion, which used to be way bigger. Until it like lost a lot of its territory in like wars and diplomatic arrangements.
Okay. I'll start over then. This language is, and its usage is quite curious, Baylor. It's ancient Demuise, which used to be the language spoken in the old Demo Dominion. It's quite curious why it's here.
The Dimwell Dominion?
Yeah.
What's the Dimwell Dominion?
It's a place outside this island.
Wow.
It's close to my home.
That's curious that this plaque would be in a language that's not from the island.
Well, I don't know how curious it would be since there are so many people that are not from the island and ended up being here. Maybe some of them created this this statue, but the figure on it, it's not someone I recognize.
The first Halford. So, could he be the person who established this city?
There is a chance. Would you mind checking for magical essences while we're still here?
I don't think I can.
Oh,
I can tomorrow.
okay, that's worth doing. Hmm.
Yeah, I can tomorrow.
I guess that's the plan then. Well, there's not much to do now. Maybe we can go back to the inn, or there is a place you would like to visit in the meantime.
No, I think going back to the inn is probably going to be what I'd prefer doing for the day. See if perhaps any animal messengers have come in.
Sure, let's go. Also, here's your 10 gold. I didn't need them.
Oh, thank you.
So what are you guys doing now?
Going back to the inn.
Okay. As you walk out into the street, you see Cedric coming down the opposite direction.
Oh. Put my hand up and wave at Sid.
Oh!
Wildly waving.
Oh, I knew you were here. Hello, guys.
Hey, Sid.
Hello.
No. Any news? Any leads for a mystery?
We found another defaced statue. Was rather curious.
Really?
Yeah. What happened?
Interesting.
What happened with your friend?
Right, yeah. First of all, he's not the culprit, alright?
Hmm.
He is an old, retired guy. And actually, he had a lot of trouble in the state most ago. People were not very nice to him.
Oh,
Yeah, he was like really good at his job, and then he wasn't, and yeah, they just made fun of him because of that. You should have seen the statues inside. They were quite stylish. If you're an orc, you can see the quality, but like Cecil pointed out, they look like crap to the non-orcish eye, I'd say.
and so
Yeah, they look nothing like the misformed statues, really.
What makes you sure he's not our guy? Because if people weren't being nice to him and he was good and now he isn't anymore, that kind of makes him a bit more suspicious.
No, I don't know. He seems quite slippy. Like he was quite slippy as well. I don't. He's probably been up all night doing God knows what, but I don't think he would have the time to do any statue transforming. Really, like he can't. All right.
why?
Uh, just trust me, guys. Trust me. I'm really good at reading people.
I definitely don't trust him. Uh,
Anxie, roll an insight check. Scup, roll a deception check.
Can I assist?
Yeah, actually, Baylor, you can roll your own insight check. Yeah, both of you know that Cedric is lying out his ass right now.
Why are you guys looking at me like that? I'm telling the truth, okay? Really, totally the truth. Alright. But I promise him not to tell anyone, okay?
You promised what not to tell?
Exactly. Okay, I see what it is. Okay, so some guy I met, who is not Path, said that he had some magical item that, well, makes you good at stonemasonry, basically. I fucking where is that? But that's what this other guy that's not Path taught me, alright? So maybe that's connected to the statues, because this guy who used to have that stuff who's not Path, is kind of shit now at masonry, but he used to be really good because of that stuff, and he said it was stolen. This guy who's not Path.
So let me get
Oh.
this straight. This guy who's not Path had a
Correct.
staff that made him good at
Yes.
masonry.
Yeah.
And then somebody stole the staff?
Correct. Did you catch all of that, Agsy? You're sometimes a bit slow to catch up.
Yeah, I think I'm catching up.
So
Good. Right.
Yes, Baylor,
So-
sorry.
where was
So
the
there's the
staff
staff.
stolen from?
Right. So this is the weird part because it has nothing to do with Path. But it was in his desk at work. Weird. It's really weird.
Very weird indeed.
Yeah, because Path has nothing to do with this. By the way, once we find this stuff, well, obviously we'll know who did it. We have to give it back to this guy now, who's not Path.
And you believe that giving the stuff back to this guy who's, well, he's not your friend Pat. You believe that
Correct.
he wouldn't do anything bad with this stuff.
Well, it couldn't be any worse than facing your statues, right? Like, it's just a stonemason stuff. As long as you don't fuck about with it, what's the big deal, you know? So people really like being good at stonemasonry, even though they're not. Like Path, but I'm not talking about Path, alright? It's just this guy,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah,
Sid,
right.
maybe the person that stole the stuff of your friend that's not Pat, maybe the thief is actually the one defacing the statues with the help of this stuff.
No. See? I take my comment back that you don't catch up. You catch up quite quickly, actually. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I think I was. Maybe you just gave me that idea. But I think I'm thinking it right now, which means I was thinking it a second ago. Yeah, I'm thinking it.
I believe
thought
so.
of that. Yeah.
You said that the statue we saw outside of his home, he made it. Pat, not the other man.
Right. He used that. He made it on. Well, so this other guy who's not well. He did that when he still had the staff,
Oh.
and then it got stolen, and now he can't do that anymore because he does not have the staff. Right. And then all of a sudden, just shit gets stolen. All these statues. See, this was my idea. All these statues, the face is transformed.
I understand. And
yes.
Since this statue was also made by the staff, maybe it's magical as well. Maybe we should also check this thing for magical essences.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I understand. Lovely, Sid. You've done a great job.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yep. Thanks, guys.
Maybe. Is it late now? What's the time?
It's probably like mid-reap right now. Golden light ahead, but still a while before it gets dark.
Okay. Maybe once we confirm that the statue is magical because of this stuff, and it gives off the same essence as the other defaced statues, we can go back to the masonry and try to see whether some of his colleagues have stolen the stuff. especially since they're the ones profiting from the defacing.
See if maybe there was somebody who wasn't so good who's now suddenly become very good.
Yeah. Honestly, great job. Sid, are you
Yeah.
hungry?
Oh, famished.
Let's go get you some food. You deserve it.
Alright, that sounds good to me.
Where are you going to eat?
In the inn?
In the ladies' garden.
Mhm.
Okay. Right, you guys are heading back. Let's cut over to Andros. I'm sorry it's been such a while, Ale. But you find yourself inside Alhafthed's finest. You are at the bar, disguised as a random human vagabond who has just ordered 3 meals. And Zinni has just come out of the back room where she talked to the owner, Gary. She hasn't really come over to you, and she's still just chatting with him for the time being. What's your play? What are you doing? What's going on? I will be role-playing Zinni for the time being if you need to talk to her.
Oh boy.
What time? What time is it?
For you, we're going back in time a bit. It's about midday.
Okay, well, I'll go to Ziddy and just mention that I'm gonna go have a look around and kill some time.
Okay.
So
Sure.
leave the inn.
Right, you leave. She's still in there, chatting and a bit caught up, talking to the niece and the owner. Where are you heading right now?
I want to go see what that building at the end of the street is.
Okay. As you walk down, it is probably the second biggest building around here, outside of the 2 twins, which are, again, identical. This one's about 3 stories tall. And it has written on the front of it the name Grav's General Store.
Okay, I look around on the street. Is anything, anyone stand out or anything interesting?
There's a lot of hustle and bustle around here, especially now that you're really getting into the scrounge. You're still on the main roads, there's still a lot of people heading to and fro. There's a lot of people going into the general store, and still a lot of people coming out, in and out of the twins at the moment. But you get the feeling that a lot of these people are working, running errands, delivering stock, different and messages and things of this kind. There is quite a few people sort of like loitering around, like some of the more thin alleys leading deeper into the scrounge. But there's just a lot of people around at the moment.
Okay, are there any... Is anyone loitering around, you said?
There's a couple people loitering. Some looking a little bit shiftier than others. There's a couple, like, adults who are, like, 2 of them together, just sort of, like, talking and chatting, sort of, like, keeping hushed tones. There's a kid who sat on, like, a little crate and just sort of, like, kicking his legs back and forth, but, like, looking at the ground and, like, frequently looking up and, like, checking and looking at, like, different people that are walking to and from the street. And you notice he's looked at you twice, as he sort of, like, still keeps his gaze around.
Can I go up to him?
Sure, you go up to the kid. So, like,
Nice,
watches you
yeah.
approach, but still doesn't raise his face.
I ask how long he's been here. Back in the town.
Oh, you know, been here, well, 3 years, pretty much.
You got many friends around here?
I've got lots of friends, lots of different friends.
Are you interested in a bit of a deal?
He glances up and meets your gaze. What kind of
Recent-
deal?
Just information. For money.
Lots of information that's very expensive.
That's fine. If you can point me in the direction, if you know anything about the Grey, I'll give you, I can pay pretty well.
The little kid raises an eyebrow at you. The Grey, you say? 5 gold and I can maybe tell you about the Grey.
I tell you what, you tell me where they are, and I'll pull out a platinum coin.
His eyes go wide, looking at the platinum coin. Probably the first time he's seen one in quite a while. Alright. And he holds out his hand expectantly.
Okay, I'll give it to him.
You watch as he slips it into some kind of like little pocket on his like ragged clothes and hops off the crate. Follow me then. And he starts.
How much gold is a platinum again? Just so I can take the sheet.
It's 10 gold.
Okay.
He starts walking down an alley, and he's not walking down one of these like main alleys or anything. He's walking like in between these houses, sort of like, and into the real thick of the houses as he starts dodging left and right. You watch as this little kid is. Are you following him?
Yeah.
You watch as this little kid sort of like got his arms out and sort of like running like he's like he looks like he's pretending to be like some sort of like bird where he's just like waving his hands back and forth. You like sometimes like knocking things with his hands as he walks past them. You watch as there's one like sort of like like the wooden window shutters. He just kind of like smacks it and it boom 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 knocks against the wood and he just like starts running past. He starts getting further and further away from you. As you walk walk right past the little window shutter that he sort of like smacked with his hand, you feel someone grab you and try to yank you. Can you roll me a strength saving throw? Okay. As you feel the hands grab you, they really don't find any purchase, and they sort of like yank, but they're way far down. They're like grabbing at your like thighs. This is like from a shorter person. You turn around and you look down, and you see a familiar face. The first time in a long time. It's Pinchy. Pinchy the Halfling, who you've had a lot of old times and stories with that you've not seen since you were in Ironfetter before this all began. Oh! Andros! What the hell are you doing here?
Would he recognise it's me? Because I'm disguised currently.
Oh, are you disguised? Fuck! Never mind. We will... rewind! Roll it back. Say, hey, you! What are you doing here?
I thought he used to be better at it.
What are you saying? I'm just as strong as the rest of them. And he starts, like, again, like, wrestling you. He's trying to, like, pull you inside the doorframe where he's at. You are still, like, not budging. It's like a little kid trying to tug on your trousers.
I'm pretty sure that kid I was following would have a better chance.
Fuck's wrong with you?
I-
Hey, you want me to wet you one? And he pulls a knife out from his waist.
I'd get rid of my disguise.
Oh, fuck me! Andros!
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while. Fuck, get off the street, man. What the fuck are you doing? Get in here! And he pulls you... Wait, are you willingly heading into this place?
Yeah, I'm willingly going
okay.
with him.
He pulls you into what is basically like an abandoned little shack that's got like no, barely any furniture. There's like one table that's like got half of one of its legs missing that's still just about standing. There's like an old wooden chair and that's it. And he's like, Jesus, man. Wouldn't have expected to see you here. How come you're in the city?
It's a long story involving some druids and trees or something.
Hang a banger, my memory's jogging. I seen you on the banner of that fucking arena.
That's a slightly shorter story.
The hell are you up to, man?
Here.
Had I changed your heart suddenly?
More like, yeah, to an extent.
Well,
It pays well.
I'm sure it does. Those arena winners, they're big ticket people. Kind of people I'm usually looking to rob. I'm guessing you want you want your friends to be off limits then? Or are they maybe not as close as I think?
I mean, if you're going to talk to someone, I would appreciate it if you look at the other team, before ours.
That I can do.
But the main reason I'm here is I'm looking to hire someone for a mercenary job. We need an extra person on our team.
Ah, and you come to old Pinchy. Well,
Truth be told, I wasn't expecting you to be here, but yeah.
well, yeah, I wasn't expecting you either. Even though I did see you on the arena. I don't know. I wasn't thinking right. I've been a bit busy. Let's go to the Grey. And he heads on out, and he starts trying to stealth and conceal his form and keeping to the shadows. You gonna roll a stealth check with him?
Yeah, I just disguised myself as well.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check, please. Whilst you deftly and silently cling to the sides of buildings, switching from building to building, hiding behind a crate, you watch as Pinchy sort of does a forward roll to get behind a crate, knocks it slightly, tiptoes his way forward and up to the next building. When you were hanging out with Pinchy, you always knew he wasn't the best of the bunch. Oftentimes pretty unlucky as well. The unluckiest halfling you ever met, for sure. But he starts leading the way, and you eventually find your way into a big stack of buildings. You are about here-ish in the crowd of buildings. And there's a door that looks pretty much completely boarded up. There's boards across the front of it that'll look like it's sort of keeping it shut, but he silently reaches his hand behind one of the boards, opens it, and you watch as the boards that go across it have very, very slight cuts in the middle so that the door can still open and close, and when it's closed look like it's boarded up. And he sort of silently opens the door and guides you in.
Okay, well, I follow him inside.
As he closes the door behind you, you see a considerably bigger place. Quite a few beds around here, a lot of is it a warm hearth with a fire that's almost completely out. It looks like it's just sort of cindered wood at the bottom of the fireplace. You see a couple of rations of tins of food and other things like that. Well, this don't compare much to the Dragon's Rest, Grey, but it's a grey area nonetheless. Don't get much people in this city though.
Yeah, I wasn't entirely sure that they even were here.
It's a recent expansion. Apparently, Sraka thinks we should be getting our teeth into other cities now. What with us being a relatively new organisation and that, we've got potential domination of the market.
Makes sense. So, back on topic, do you know anyone who would be a good fit?
Well, I mean, old Pinchy may not be the luckiest, but he knows his way around a dagger. I may be open to it, but not sure if I don't know about having my face up on that barrier. I've had a couple of run-ins with the lugs recently. I got really unlucky a couple of days ago. Well, a couple of weeks ago now.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it is one of those jobs where you kind of need to have your face out there a bit.
Yeah. Have you been back to Dragon's Rest since I last seen you?
No, I haven't.
Oh, so you don't know what I'm doing here then? Would you like to hear about it?
Sure, why not?
Well, see, Zraka had a commission, basically. Don't get those too often. People seeking out the grayscales. But it was an interesting one. See, there's a lot of guilds around like half the island that are really pissed off. Apparently, some stonemason in this city has been undercutting everyone by like way too much, doing his work damn near for free. So one of the masons approached Thraka, said he had some critical intel. Apparently, this mason ain't really a mason at all. And he's just got a magical staff that's melding all the stone for him. So, my job was to come here and nick it, make sure he couldn't do his job no more.
Stuff like that must be worth a bit.
Well, I assume so. To be honest, they didn't say what we should do with the stuff afterwards, just make sure he didn't have it no more. I was planning to flog it off to the next town over or something, but after I nicked it, I was getting chased by the lugs. I was proper legging it as fast as I could, weaving through these houses here in the scrounge. Makes for good ducking and diving. Reminds me back of Dragon's Rest, you know. But they was getting too close on my heel, so I dumped the staff in a crate, and then kept running. I didn't manage to run away, so I got quizzed a good bit. They took me down to the barracks. Annoyingly enough, you know, took my name, they took my profiles, they know who I am, they know they said they'd be keeping their eye on me. So a couple of days later, I found my way back to the crate, and their staff was gone. Some fuckers nicked it.
Where was this crate? Was it by a store or something?
Nah, it was just like, I thought the house next to it was abandoned, so I didn't expect no one to use it. You know, it's good to keep tabs on like a lot of abandoned houses around here because they're good to take cover in. But the guards are too close. All I had time for was to stash the staff. I could point it out to you if need be. But like when I went back, it's just gone. And now, ever since then, some fucker's been vandalising all the statues in the city. He's using my fucking staff.
Okay. Do many kids play near where you store the stuff?
I mean, kids playing everywhere. Kids in the scrounge are fucking lethal, mate.
Yeah,
you seen
it's
the
what
one
makes-
that took that platinum off you? I've been paying him 2 copper a day to just sit on that thing and wait till someone comes asking for information.
Yeah,
Then I usually just, rough them up a bit, pull out my knife, get some money from them, normal stuff.
I mean, it's what I'm thinking. If any normal person in the scrounge found a magical stuff, they wouldn't be vandalising statues if they would have sold it. Certainly sounds like something kids would do.
Yeah. But I'm wondering how
With
they
no
managed to get
business
into the uppers. Because ain't no kid from the scrounge getting in the uppers. I still don't know what fucking kid it is. I've been trying to find her, but I just got no luck with it.
I mean, I've no doubt there's a sewer or there's some other way in there.
Oh no, it's
There always is.
Oh, there's always a way in. You and I know that too well, don't you?
Well, I mean, they always design these places with a back entrance in case they ever get attacked and need a way of sneaking out.
You always had a
One
better way
way
with
in
words
is
than
also
I did.
one way out.
You're a smart fella, Andros. No wonder you found your way into other circles. I'm not jealous. You know, I'm happy with my lot in life. It's, telling that you found more noble path, Mr. Hero, Mr. Saviour of Edgewood. I heard.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, sure, you've gone all soft, boy. Did you meet up with a Carrion King after?
Yeah, turns out he just wanted a trading post license.
Yeah.
The
When I
first
was,
time.
when I passed through Round Littlecup on my way here, I inquired as well. Said he had met you, said nice-ish things about you. Apparently he just needed the thing to get the people off his back. From the last I heard, though, his business is booming. He's got several factories around the city where he's just making the stuff non-stop.
It's surprising. I mean, he didn't want any of it transporting, so must have.
I mean, there's a lot of people in Round Littlecup alone who'd be paying for good shit like that. It's, I wouldn't touch his stuff if I was you. Dangerous it is, I reckon. You tried to flog some to me too at a discount. I won't have none of it.
Now it's probably for the best.
Yeah. Well. Nice that you've found such a good gig for yourself. So, when you gonna kick him to the curb and take the money?
It depends on when the money gets high enough. One of those
Sound?
risk reward things.
Yeah, it's a good shout. Well, no doubt you've got a better place to sleep here than this shithole. As he looks around the room at the dishevelled fucking grey area.
Yeah, just a fairly common inn, but certainly better than here. Although it is nice to be in a place that you'd have to worry about guards or anything like that.
Yeah, for sure. That's, the benefit of this. Say, Andros, you know how I bumped into you. When I bumped into you, I was, gonna mug you. I'm kind of.
You're going to try to mug me.
I was gonna until you revealed yourself. Then I obviously knew I had to take it easy. But anyway, obviously I'm doing that because I'm a little low on funds. Any way you can spot me 10 gold or something? Just so I can afford some food and not have to nick it all.
Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I'll give him a platinum.
Yeah, for old time's sake. And he gives you a pat on way too close to your ass because it's like the back of your thigh and that's like all he really reaches. That's what friends are for. I appreciate
it. If you keep an ear out about that stuff, that it could be worth a decent bit if you sell it.
Well, I mean, whichever one of us gets it first is going to flog it for sure.
Well, it's a question of you've got to find who's best to flog it to. I doubt many magic shops will be that interested in a staff that, does stuff to stone.
Well, you never know. It could be useful for some of those adventuring types here and there. Who knows, though? Any old magic shop would probably take it for like a couple hundred at least, I bet.
Well, I'm thinking if you find the right stonemason, you might be able to sell it back to him for more.
Oh, that's smart.
I mean, why get their hands dirty when they can just, wave a wand about?
I didn't think of that. Oh. I might... Fucking hell, that's a good idea. I might do that myself. So when's your big fight happening?
How many days away is it? I can't remember off the top of my head.
8.
Yeah, just over a week away.
Alright. I might show up. Might have to be in disguise, keeping a low profile and that, but it'd be cool to see you in action. Have you got better at using any of those freaky abilities you got?
A little bit, but need to say, try to avoid using those too much. Giant Colosseum
Yeah,
might not go down too well.
probably best you don't want to look like the biggest villain in the world.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. Time and a place.
Anyway, if you decide you want to consider like joining us as a sick member, we'll be staying at the Ladies' Garden Inn if you just ask for us.
Ask for what was your group's name again?
The Wayward Wanderers.
That's right. Hell of a name. Yeah, I'll check in with you. I'll see what you're up to. I'll have to weigh up the pros and cons as it is. See if any of my leads might take me somewhere first.
Cool. Well, I'll be going then. So give me a shout if anything crops up.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah. I'll see you around, mate. It was nice bumping into you.
Yeah, you too.
All right. See you around. As you leave, Andros, can you roll me a stealth check to see how stealthily you leave the grey area? 14? Okay. You deftly make your way out of the building and out back onto one of the main alleys and then out onto the street.
As I'm heading out, I keep an eye out for that kid. I play Platinum too. Do I see him anywhere?
Roll me a perception check. You just barely, on the edge of your vision, spot the kid like around like 2 buildings away. He's just sort of like barely got his like nose out and is looking at you.
I wave at him and slowly start walking towards him.
As you start walking towards him, he rounds the corner and leans up against the building again. Yeah, what is it?
I figured you wouldn't mind sending some more information.
Frequent buyer. Okay, what is it?
Well, I mean, considering you didn't exactly lead me to the grey, you led me into a bit of an ambush. I'll only pay you 3 gold this time, but
Well, you
it's
said
easy
you
enough
wanted to go to
information.
the grey, so I took you to a grey.
It's fair. Have you seen any kids around here playing with a staff or anything like that?
A staff? What's that?
It's like a big stick.
Big stick.
Normally, it looks a bit more, refined than just a random stick you find on the ground. Yeah, it looks like a
Oh,
double
like one of
walking
them
stick
wizard
sort of thing.
sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've seen them before, but I haven't seen no one recently with it.
When did you last see it?
Like a week ago.
Where was that?
I saw some dude skulking around the mound. He was looking like he didn't want to be seen, and I didn't want to see him, so I walked away.
Was he small or was he, normal?
Well, he was a half elf, I think. But he was like a little taller than me, and he sort of like sticks his hand up just how much taller. Like he's probably about 4 feet tall.
4 foot tall half elf.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was Pink? I can't remember his name now. Blinky.
Pinchy.
Pinchy. Was Pinchy a half elf?
Pinchy was a halfling.
Okay. Can you describe him to me, like as much as you can, like hair and all that?
He looked a little older than me. He had short hair. It's very dirty, like covered in dirt. Just wearing some shitty clothes. I think his hair was brown.
You ever see him before?
Not that I remember.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Me and my friends are staying at the Ladies' Garden Inn. if you can ask around and find anything more about him, there'll be more coin in it for you and your friends. I give him the 3 gold I mentioned earlier.
I'll keep an eye out for you then.
Yeah, if you spot anything like either him or the staff, wizard staff,
Okay.
turn and head back to the main street.
See you around. And he walks around the corner. And you head back out to the main street. Where are you heading, Andros?
How long has it been? Is it still like midday?
It's probably about mid-reap now. You and Pinchy probably chatted for a while about good old times, stuff like that.
Okay, I'll go see if I can find Zinni.
Okay, heading back to the twins into Halfdead's finest. You do see her helping herself to one of the 3 meals that you bought.
I'm gonna head back to the inn. Are you coming? Or do you wanna-
Yeah, I'll come. Yeah, just want to get out. This place is freaky.
I figured you probably wouldn't like it, but let's head out then.
Alright, let's go. And you two head up the street together. You heading back to the ladies' garden?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, excuse me, sorry. You guys
Holy
all
fuck.
make it back to the ladies' garden? And you reconvene.
So all of us are together now?
Yep.
I'm going to go to the reception first.
Okay. Up to the reception of the ladies' garden.
Hi, excuse me.
Hey, yeah.
Have there been any messages for us?
Yeah, there has actually. I was so shocked. We had a visitor from one of the Lord's advisors. He said that he wants to meet you at midday tomorrow.
Did he say where?
His mansion at the top of the mount. Yeah, I didn't when you first came to the city. I kind of figured you'd be big shots when I saw you on top of the arena, but like the Lords, that's a lot. I told him I'd pass the message as soon as I saw you.
Oh, thank you very much. And I'd like to pay for another night in the penthouse suite, please.
Sure, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
5 gold, right?
5 gold, that's it, right?
Fantastic, I'll cover that.
Cool, brilliant. Oh, jeez. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you very much.
Wait, the Lord wants to see us or his advisor? Which one did you say?
She said that the Lord's advisor came round and he said he wants to see you.
Okay, thank you.
So it's ambiguous, could be either or.
Yeah, cool. Once I see Andres and Zinni, I'd like to catch up with them, and I relay all of the information that I've gathered from we've gathered from the Masons Guild and the guy that gave us the job, and from the other friend that it's found, but it's not Pat. And
he mentions that the guy knew something about the like smiley face symbol thing. I just asked him, and you didn't just mind read him? Isn't that what you normally do?
I didn't tell you that yet.
Sorry.
Yeah, I just told you about the job.
Oh, sorry, I thought you relayed everything.
I'll give you that information later. And once I tell you all that, I also tell you that I found an interesting fella leaving the magic store, and it seemed like he was changing his appearance once he was basically leaving, and that I've also spoken with him, and it seems like he's an old adventurer, and he might end up being interested helping us out in the arena, or at least I'm trying to check with him for further information on what his capabilities are and whether he would be interested.
No, when you said change his appearance, it changes his appearance like I change my appearance, or change his appearance like you change yours?
I mean, I would assume it was more of how you change yours. So, guys, also, when we went to the magic store, at the door we met an interesting fella. What appeared to be an air genasi. His scales were changing from orangey gray to, I think it was gray, sorry, to let me check my notes so I don't say something wrong. He was changing his skin color, so his scales went from orangey gold to grayish blue. And I believe that might have been the fire genasi that Mervelli from the Mervellius magic store told us about. So it seems like this person had been changing his appearance in the uppers.
I mean, could it be the same guy you just mentioned about hiring if he's changing his appearance as well?
Exactly. Not hiring. I think we might end up having him as a part of our team for the arena if he's interested.
I'm just thinking if he's buying up a bunch of magic items, could he be on the other team?
Didn't seem like it. I did check with him, and he was somewhat of a retired adventurer, someone that's basically dealing with his other talents. He mentioned concerts and so on. I don't believe
there was that one guy from the other team who seemed a bit like musical. That could be a relation.
Well, no, that's their leader, right?
Yeah, I think it's only Nathaniel who's a musician.
Okay. On that note, in unforeseen circumstances, completely unpredictable, but just a heads up, Nathaniel might want to kill you.
Excuse me?
It's a long story.
What?
Would you mind providing some context to that information?
Well, I mean, he might be under the impression, the false impression, but the impression nonetheless, that you both embarrassed him in the bar and also basically deafened him.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah, as I said, he's under the false impression, but you know.
Yeah. I don't wonder anymore why all of the warlocks died so many years ago. Maybe if you don't want to follow their fate, you should stop doing such bullshit while looking like me.
As I said, it was completely unforeseen. Nobody could have expected it to go that direction.
Right. Right now, basically, I'm genuinely mad with Andres. Visually.
I will mention that the second incident of nearly deafening him, he kind of shot first. So that one you could chalk up to self-defense.
Okay, I'll see what I can do to fix that. Thank you for telling me, at least. While you were doing all that and putting me in danger, I tried searching more information about your kind, basically. I spoke again with my friend from the institute, and I showed him the symbol you dreamt of. And he recognized it immediately. However, he did lie about not knowing what it is. So there would be further information on that when he spills the beans.
Oh, you could
Uh.
either spill the beans or you could like spill them for him.
Well, I'd like to keep that friendship, you know, so I will let him come clean. I did tell him that I'll be waiting for his truthful information when he feels like he can trust me about it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they might be researching something related to what you've been dreaming of.
Okay, it's interesting. I mean, I don't want to like put pressure on it or anything like that, but considering it could be tied to the whole things attacking villages situation, sooner might be better than later.
I agree. I'll be keeping in touch with my friend. Anyway,
on that note, I did find something that could be useful for the thing you went off to look into. You know, the statues.
what exactly?
So there's a staff floating around town which has the power to shape stone.
Yeah, we know
Which
that.
seems coincidental.
Do you know who stole it?
Kinda.
Is it-
It's been stolen a few times.
Well, the first time, who stole it from the Masons Guild?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. He hasn't got any more though.
So this person lost it.
It more like misplaced it than it was stolen from him.
Alright, so we know that it has been stolen a few times, and we know that the person you know of doesn't have it anymore. Is there anything else we know about it?
I mean, with where it was stolen and what they're doing with it, I'm pretty sure it was stolen by like a bunch of kids or something.
Well, it would be interesting because, you know, these defacings have been happening throughout the whole city. How would a few kids go to the uppers?
Well, if anyone's going to be able to sneak into the uppers, it's going to be like a small kid.
I'd assume, I guess. However,
If it was somebody like in the uppers who stole it, they wouldn't have gone down to the scrounge to steal it. And it's also
True.
statues across the entire city being affected. So
You also mentioned you've met Nathaniel. Did you meet him in the scrounge?
yeah, he was having breakfast at one of the bars we went to.
So, for a guy that was talking about being in the uppers, why would he be eating breakfast in the damn scrounge?
Yes, they do nice crumpets.
I suppose. Was he alone?
No, he had a friend with him. I'm guessing it was someone who's part of his team.
And
He seemed the only thing I can really tell you about him is he seemed to cast prestidigitation. How do you pronounce it?
okay, and can you show us the face of this person so we know who we are
That's a
dealing?
good point. I can. So I cast minor illusion and show what he looked like.
You show the visage of Jay. Could you describe them again?
Yeah, sure. It's obviously didn't hear a name at any point, I believe, but what appears in the minor illusion is relatively youthful human man, like honey blonde hair, tousled hazel eyes, glasses, circular lenses, chain coming down off of them. They're on the pale side and just slender, and even just from the face, they don't really look like they've worked a hard day's labor in their life.
I will just mention the minor illusion image isn't just of the guy, it's basically of the scene when the water jumped out at Nathaniel, showing the table, Nathaniel and the other guy.
Can you do that with minor illusion?
Oh, it's
It's in a
just
5 foot cube.
Right, alright.
I mean, the bulk of his body would have been concealed behind the table, but wearing some kind of...
It's more of a look on his face, the water jumping at him. That's all you need.
So that's what you did while looking like me, I suppose.
It's one of the things in it.
Oh, one of the things. Oh, I'm definitely fucked. Lovely.
I mean, to be fair, you could just change your appearance and you wouldn't even know it's you.
Yeah, but the rest of the team would look exactly like they look usually. And I would be the only person that doesn't look like themselves.
Well, I mean, I don't look like myself, and like he's not going to randomly try to kill some person who happens to be hanging around a team. You know, he could just be a random civilian or fan.
You think he's going to kill me before the arena? Oh god, I did not think of that.
I mean, he seemed. I mean, I think the only reason he didn't try to kill me there was his friend.
Oh, great, lovely.
Oh,
Can't
and
wait.
that was before I deafened him.
I see. Well, at least he didn't kill you, I suppose.
No, I mean he was good. I mean, looking at like him having breakfast, I think that's where he stays. So it's probably not a good idea for him to get
You
kicked
know,
out.
guys, I believe we should probably keep good relationship with our opponents. Just so they don't, you know, target us or something.
Well, if they target us, it gives us an excuse to target them.
Which we've already been doing, Walkie, I suppose. Okay.
I mean, technically, what you've already been doing, but okay.
Sure, I've definitely done all that. So okay, just so we stop talking about this. What was the job you went for? You went to check.
Oh, it was just you know, what the owner of one of the inns wanted us to prank the other owner, who also wanted us to prank the owner who hired us. So it was a bit of a mess.
Oh god, that would be messy. And how much are they paying?
Oh, it was only 40 gold. It wasn't really worth sticking around and the hassle for.
I believe so. I don't know if it's worth even doing any of that.
No, it's why we just left and let them carry on bickering.
All right. The job we took is not paying as much as we are used to, I suppose. They said that they are paying what they usually pay, 200 gold.
Well, I mean, my thought is there's a magical staff which can basically trivialize masonry. Why don't you just sell it? Find the staff and sell it?
I mean, technically, our job doesn't state that we should return what's been stolen. However, Sid promised to bring it back to Pat's friend. Didn't you, Sid?
And how much is he going to get paid for it?
Sid? I guess he did. I don't think he wants money, you know.
I see. So there's a very valuable staff, and you want to give it away.
I personally don't care about it.
Well, I mean, I don't care about like the whole thing, but gold is good to have.
Turns out I got an item, by the way, and I show him my item and tell him what it does. That should be rather helpful for me, I suppose.
Fancy. It's a ring that can go invisible and non-invisible.
No, it's a ring that basically makes it hard for people to figure out my.
I mean, it does that as well. I mean, if you read it, it's makes you immune to like mind reading and all that, but you can also make the ring invisible or not invisible whenever you want.
Sorry.
That being said, I would say all this talk counts as a short rest, and it requires a short rest to attune to a magical item. Would you like to attune to Yuan-Ti's paranoia?
Yeah, I was gonna do it after, but I'd love to attune now.
Okay. You are now considered attuned to the ring.
And now I'm immune to magic that allows other creature to read my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I mean,
It's
Wolf
so cool.
mentioned that could be quite useful when you next talk to that guy at the academy.
I suppose. I don't think he would be trying to read my thoughts anymore. And even if he did, I can prevent him easily. However, I think I've got an idea of how to deal with the staff situation.
How's that?
Baylor.
Yeah.
You have the ability to nullify a magic, remove its effect usually, right?
I do.
Could it be possible for you to remove the magic effect from the statue that's next to the restaurant below us. And then we can try to look after who is going to go and deface it again. And catch them in the act, possibly.
I certainly can. I won't be able to do it today, but we can go dispel it tomorrow, and then
Mhm.
perhaps after dark, stake out the statue.
Yes,
Um,
I think that's a good idea.
I do think it's worthwhile. As I know we're not getting paid a large sum of gold for this one, but Leonard did say he'd owe us a favor, right?
Yeah, I think the favor that he offered is worth taking.
Yeah, I think it's more valuable than the gold.
Okay, then we've got some sort of a plan. And did you receive any information from uh the clerk in the
I
innkeep?
did, I did actually, and I should have said this sooner, but the Lord's advisors or somebody from the Lord's advisors was here, and they want to meet with us tomorrow at midday at the Lord's mansion.
Oh wow! So I guess you sharing some information about who are you and where you're coming from is interesting to them.
It seems that way. I was taking a big risk revealing that
I
to
hope it
anybody
paid
at
off.
all, but it also surprises me that they know who we are. And by we, I mean the Druids.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I
Um,
hope tomorrow basically brings you more answers and they're actually friendly towards your people.
I hope so. I do think if they weren't friendly towards us, they would have not left a message. They would have perhaps come to arrest us or worse.
Yeah.
I think we're okay on that front. This staff thing is very interesting that it's done the rounds as much as it has, though. Um,
Yeah.
should we order some food and go up to our room?
I think that's a good idea.
Let's do that.
I order a mushroom stew and once I pay I go up to my room.
Okay.
Um, I'll go order a stew of the day and ask them to bring it up to the room.
Yeah, there's plenty that you can find something to your tastes to order, and you guys all head up to your respective rooms.
How much for everything?
It's included with the suite.
Hence our
Lovely.
sweet privilege. Are
So,
there any animal messengers in the room?
as you get up to the penthouse and you go to the windows, there are no animal messengers.
Okay, I'm just going to go sit in a. Is there sort of a general seating area like a?
Yeah, like in the main not lobby, but like the main living space, there's just a couple couches, a coffee table.
I'm going to sit there just wait for the meal to come up.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to do for the rest of this evening?
Yeah, in a second I'll use all of my sorcery points to create a third level spell slot and send another message.
Okay. Who are you sending this message to?
It's going to be to Drant, and I'm gonna be asking about the statue that he told me about.
Okay.
I'm just trying to write it down so I don't go over the
25 words, yep.
Okay. So I say, hello again. saw the statue, and it's curious that it's been written in D&D's, or whatever it's called. I don't recognize the person. Who is he? And that's it. That should be it.
You send the sending out, and you feel the message leave. About a minute passes. Minute turns to 2, then to 3, to 5, and you don't get a response.
Oh. And it's still early in the day? I mean, not early, but like early afternoon, evening.
It's
Sorry.
pretty much evening now. There's still golden light in the sky just because darkness doesn't kick in for a bit. But this is several hours, or a couple hours at least, past the time when people would have finished work.
I see. Okay, well, then I leave it to rest and go to bed.
Are there any other conversations that want to happen before bed now?
I check if Andrew's still awake.
Yeah, I am.
You mentioned that a person you knew stole the stuff.
Yeah,
What's that about?
and it's someone I knew from way back when.
How did you meet him now?
He tried to mug me.
Lovely. I've been wondering. You knew kind of sketchy people. You showed us Carrion King, and you did some illegal stuff for him. Is your past wrapped around such things?
I mean, when you're new to the island with no money and nobody you know, there's only so many ways of making money.
Could be helpful, you know. Having knowing people like that.
Yeah, I mean, I did offer to hire Pinchy as the sixth member of our team for the arena fight.
Oh,
If not, he might know somebody who would be a good fit.
what can he do except for mugging people?
Oh, he's good with a knife.
That's rather helpful, I suppose.
Pinchy, for all intents and
yeah, it is
purposes,
something
is
with-
a rogue.
Yeah, I know.
We are missing that sort of thing.
So it would be good having a sneaky person with a knife, I suppose. But
Yeah.
if he's a criminal, might be dangerous for him.
Yeah, but that's the only thing he was concerned about. He's a little bit wanted at the moment. Or at least regards are well aware of him, so we might need to get out the hair dye again.
I see. I was wondering, how do you feel about us being shown in a poster and everyone recognizing us?
Not the most, a little bit. I mean, I'm more just wondering, like, where did they get our pictures from? But yeah,
Exactly.
I don't think we posed for any, did we?
I'm personally hating it. I feel it's... I don't know whether that's a good thing, being known by people, yet.
I mean, I've got the advantage of I can just change form pretty easily and freely, so I'm not too concerned. Because when I need to be sneaky, I can be sneaky. I can certainly see how it could be a disadvantage.
I can do the same thing, right? But the person whose face I'm using, is someone I care about, and I'd like them to, not face any hardships if they ever have to come here.
Yeah,
And
I mean, as long as you're doing good stuff and using her face, I mean, I don't think they would mind turning up and then finding out like their hero of the arena or something.
yeah. Well, I hope that she wouldn't mind, However,
Oh, she might mind, but it's better than turning up and then finding out she's a wanted criminal here.
oh no, I meant she wouldn't mind me looking like this since I've looked like this for many years, and
No,
she's
does she not know you came around like this?
I think she let me look like this.
Okay, that's interesting.
Technically, I did not know I'm changing my appearance, and I've looked like this for quite some time, haven't I? So I would assume that she didn't have an issue with it.
I mean, you look like this time. The whole time I've known you, bar that small time, you look like an orc.
Yeah, that orc thing is making me quite uncomfortable. Regardless, could you please stop using my face everywhere? I'd really love for you to stop.
I will. It was unintentional. It was one of those things where I had to come up with somebody to look like at a moment's notice and give a first one that came to mind.
Thank you. I appreciate that. However, I'd be happy for you to stop. Well, anyway, if I learn more stuff about the symbol you showed me, I'll tell you. I'm going to bed.
Okay, I'll go and do the same.
Baylor and Sid, you guys are still up. Is there anything you want to do before the night is out?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You guys both head to bed, and a peaceful rest takes you. Please press your long rest buttons on your sheet, and that is where we will end today's session.
Oh no!
What's up?
So short, Dax. Could have been at least like 3 more hours.
It always could be.
That's good for me. Starting to fall asleep a bit.
Yeah. I tried asking you a question and you just simply didn't answer.
I was very much drowsing away. Yeah. I did not sleep a lot.
Yeah,
Yes.
I had rough sleep last night as well.
Yeah, not gonna lie, the first 2 hours was quite tough to keep engaged on.
Yeah, sorry about that, Ale.
Oh, it isn't. Yeah, not your fault.